So go ahead and share your screen. Hilary, go ahead. Go ahead. Be fast, please.
Sir, let me just have 1 minute. My Zoom is not opening on my system right now.
Okay. Um.
Mm.
Samson, go ahead. Samson, go ahead. I'm not, Sir Paul. I'm not making any corrections. You are telling me the issues you have, and I am giving you a guide to do it. That is it. Not that I am giving you an expo on something. No. So that's it. Uh, so I want to assume that it's only Hilary that has kind of an issue. Paul, go ahead, unmute and speak. Paul, unmute and speak.
Yeah, yeah. What I wanted to speak on is yes, like some of my let me say co-learners, some wanted collaboration, get where two of us can go live and try to sort out problem together. So me too, I would like that kind of situation, but I was afraid that okay, in KodeCamp there are many rules that some of us can't even remember, and we don't want to default those rules. Like whenever you mention IKs, I actually avoid him. Like I don't want his problem. Like I don't want to.
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah,
Okay,
so
let
what's
me
the
open up the. So it is actually I okay. Let me. The first complaint is this space. Just like it's just they have tried to um centralize it, do different. It's not just having. I've tried to put a margin. It's just having this big space. Then the two depths are just together on one sided.
okay? Yeah, let me see your code. Okay. Uh, let me see your CSS.
This is
Okay.
my CSS.
Yeah. Remove that margin auto from the body. Okay. On your flex, wait. On your main, on your main, can you give it
Yes,
a
sir.
margin? Can you give it a margin 0 auto?
Zero or true. Okay.
Yeah. There's no need to put pixel in front of
Let's
zero.
run it again.
Just put a zero. There's no need for you to put a pixel in front of zero. No.
Okay,
Go
sir.
on the same line. Then a space.
Sir?
Put a space, margin 0 auto. Put a space.
Okay, margin 0 and
Then
also
auto.
auto. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So let's check it out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see your file structure. Go back. Go back to your HTML. On this line 13, I can see a div. Can see a div.
Line 18.
Line 13, line 13.
Line 18 is a form. In
I
17.
said line
Okay,
13.
13.
13.
Yes, sir.
Um, can you close
Yes,
it?
sir.
Can you close
This
it?
Oh,
Yeah, collapse it. Okay, I'm coming.
I have.
Yeah, your the way you're arranging your folders are kind of confusing. That is why you're having that kind of issue. The way you're aligning your fold, the way you're aligning your div, the way you're aligning your div are kind of confusing, to be honest, because you have a div inside another div and there is no class name. It's not readable actually. That's why I said something about readability. If I want to start debugging this your code now, I have to you have to take some things out. So we pick it up from scratch, and I don't want to do that. I want to go straight to the point. So the thing I'm going to ask you to do now is on your go to your CSS. Go to your CSS.
Okay, sir.
Clear that margin zero auto. Give it a margin left of 50 pixel. Give it a margin left of 50 pixel.
Margin left. 50,
Yeah,
margin.
margin left. Margin left. Margin left. No, there have to be an hyphen there. There have to be an hyphen. There have to be an hyphen between margin and left. Just give it 50 pixel. Yeah, let's check it out. You can see now. You can see once you gave it a margin left of 50 pixel, it moved a bit.
Yes, sir.
So now you can see where the issue is coming from. So for you to be able to align into the center, just give it a margin 100 pixel. A margin left of 100 pixel is going to move to the center. It's going to move a bit to the center. Yeah, so check it out. Yeah, you can see it's moving. So, and also you did a cheat here actually. This image, this image, you have to add a background image, not just downloading the image with this background color. So you did something wrong here.
Okay, I have to download the image itself, then put a
Yeah,
background on it.
yes, you have to download the image itself and put a background color on it. So, but there's no problem. You
Oh,
can, yeah, there is someone on this call that has an issue like that. So once I tell the person how to do it, everybody would know how to do it. So, have I been able to fix your issue now, Daniel? Daniel, have I been able to fix your issue, or there's still another issue? Daniel,
male and female. It's overlapping.
what's that? What's overlapping? I can't hear you if you are speaking, Daniel.
And this male and female, it's like it's coming out from the dev.
Okay, go to your CSS, go to your Java, HTML, go to your HTML, go to your form. Where's your form? Where do you have your gender? Where do you have your gender? Where do you have your gender?
This is it.
Remove that. Wait, just wait, just wait. Gender type. Remove that input. You can see why you're having that issue. It is because you have a label, you have an input type of radio, and there's a space between your opening quote and your radio. So once you close that quote, the space in between the quotes, can you remove it? That's on line 46. Yeah, remove it. So check it out. Save it and check it out. IK, you have something to say?
Yeah, just a reminder to you and all of them. After I think this is the task that was given. So any other submission that comes after here, nobody scores greater than 75.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. I just want them to also know.
So there's always time submission. There's always timestamp. So once I see your timestamp, I know that you submitted after the class. So can you see now the input field that is there has gone? So that are some of the things that can give you bug inside your code. Yeah. So why is there? You didn't give a gap. You didn't give a gap in between your first flex and your second flex. Do you notice?
Sir?
I can go ahead.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you.
Yeah, I said you can see that there is no space between your form and the image.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you have to give it a gap. So go to your code. Go to you can see on your main here, you have a display flex. On your main here, you have a display flex.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give it a gap of 30 pixel.
I should give it a gap of 30 pixels.
Yeah, give it a gap of 30 pixel. Go and check it out. So you can see.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so you can figure out the rest by yourself.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, so who is the next person? Who is the next person? Paul, go ahead.
No, it was a mistake. My hand was on.
Okay.
I was just, yeah.
All right. Knock. Knock, go ahead. NTUK, go ahead.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good day. I think I'm actually, let me try and share my screen if I can.
Yeah, share your screen now.
I don't know how will I do this.
There's a green button with an arrow.
No,
There's a square
I'm
button that is
there,
colored.
but it's
Just
telling me
click on
which
it.
one.
Yeah, the first one at the top. The first one at the top. Just share your
Okay,
entire
the
screen.
entire screen. Okay, that's fine. So I'm there.
Yeah, so go to
Okay.
your view.
I think I've actually gone far with mine. I think this is actually my work. I think the only challenge that I had is I was trying to get the picture dim. Then I noticed that when I used the filter 50%, and when I did that, it also affected my writing.
Okay, yeah, go to your VS Code. Go to your VS Code.
Okay, I think this is the VS Code. This is it.
I can't see your VS Code. Okay, I can see your VS Code. Yeah, go to where you have your background image. Go to where you have your background image.
I think this is the okay.
See where
Background.
you
This is it.
have your
This is
background
it.
image. Yeah.
This is
So
it.
remove that filter of 50%. Remove that filter of 50%.
Okay. Make a comment.
Yeah, let's check what you have now. Let's check what you have. Why?
Okay. No. I think this is my I think I know what you wrote the problem. Just give me a second.
Yeah,
It's on my
yeah, go live.
yes.
Go
So
sandbox. Yeah, go live.
let me use this. This is from my VS
Okay.
Code.
So go to your this thing. Go to your VS Code.
I'm here.
Yeah. Remove that background image. Remove that background image.
The image. All right.
Yeah.
I highlight it. All right.
Yeah, just comment it out.
Comment it here.
Yeah, so go to your next line. Go to the next line. Yeah, do a background. Do a background. Just the background.
Mm-hmm.
linear gradient, yeah. Yeah, put a RGBA
RGBA.
000
That's the
inside the
bracket,
bracket.
right?
Yeah, inside the bracket.
000.
No, there has to be a comma in between the zeros. Put another comma 0.75 0.08 0.78. Then outside the comma, outside the bracket, put a comma, put another RGBA. The normal way 0.000. Another 0, comma 0.58. Then you remove you now have your URL outside it. You now have your URL. Yeah. Then you put your image there. Check it out.
Nothing is coming up.
Nothing's coming up. Yeah, go back.
Sorry. Yeah, nothing's coming up. No.
Go back.
Should I put a comma? Was I meant to put a comma here? Let me see.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a comma there.
Still nothing. No.
Still nothing. Okay, just I'm coming. Let me see it properly. Linear gradient background color. Put close the URL, the RGB linear gradients. Close the linear gradients.
I should close it.
Yeah.
Change a comment.
No, not comment. Like before you have your right after the second RGBA. Right after the second RGBA. Yeah, put a close it right there. Put a closing bracket. Yeah, and it's a comma. And go and remove. Yeah, then a comma. Then go and remove the last one. Go and remove the closing bracket you have. Go back to your code. Go back to your code. You can see this is indicating a red. Remove that one. Yeah, remove it. Yeah, let's check it out now.
All right, it's a lot better.
So
this is just the blackline.
Yeah, that is how you had a linear gradient. What is over that image is a linear gradient. So it's a color, but over the image. Yeah. So are you good now?
I think that was my only challenge. Though I know during our last class, I asked you whether it was okay to use percentages rather than pieces. You said I could give it a try, so I used more percentages.
Try, yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I think this is my
challenge. That's if you understand how to use percentages very well. That's if you understand how to use percentages.
Well, because I've tried my best. Well, I think you'll be able to judge me from it. I don't know yet.
All right, no problem. Yeah.
But percentages are used for this.
No problem.
Thank you.
Figure that out. Yeah. So who is the next? Who is going next? Adio, are you going next? Adio, are you going next?
Yeah, my own question does not require sharing of screen, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
I noticed whenever we copied the code from our VS Code to our code sandbox, there's always a slight deviation from the output from the it will get from the Chrome. I don't know why that's do occur.
Well,
that is number one, sir. So the second question is it necessary we create a workspace for every work we do on code sandbox, or we can just use one workspace for several work?
Well, the thing is, you don't necessarily need to create a new workspace,
If I know that this one down, just to put matches to
but
keep on.
for you
I don't know
for you to be able to track your work. Okay, now the way we have done the first one, you wrote a letter, you created a workspace for that. For you to be able to come back in the future, okay, you want to copy this code and put it back to your, and just now that we're now using GitHub, you want to move your code from Code Sandbox to GitHub. So you can just copy the code and paste it on your VS Code and move to GitHub. That is why it's just for reference sake, nothing serious actually.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
the first question is, you are
when
here
you go,
to answer the first question, sir.
what's the first question?
I said I noticed whenever I copy the code from my VS Code, and after testing the code on Chrome, I have the output I need. While copying the code back to Code Sandbox, there's always a deviation, slight deviation from the output. Like, let me use an example. One of my this thing, while I was doing the logo, I use H1 tag. After I copied it to via Code Sandbox, I discovered it underlined some of the tags for me, which was
Okay.
not underlined while it was on VS Code.
Notice the reason is that Code Sandbox, if you check your style sheets properly, if you check the style sheet that is on Code Sandbox, you will see at the top on line 1, you will see their H1 as a text decoration underlined.
Okay.
It has it, and I've seen when you guys submitted your letter, I know most of you didn't check the css file that was there. If you check the css file properly, you would see that there's an h1 with a style in there that says text
Okay.
decoration underline.
Okay. Because I had to use text decoration none to remove the.
Just go to your Code Sandbox and check the line 1. If you check the line 1 there, you will see the h1. Just delete it and everything
Okay,
there
sir.
goes away.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah, Damilola, go ahead.
All right, I'll share my screen for the. Actually, I just want to share I'll share both the VS Code and the Code Sandbox.
No problem. Go ahead.
This for the VS Code.
Just share your entire screen so you don't have to be stopping and sharing over and over again. Except you have some sensitive file that you don't want to be exposed.
I don't know if you can see my screen now.
Yeah, I can see your screen. So what's the issue?
Where I'm going. So this is my VS Code. I don't have any issue with the VS Code though. It actually works perfectly.
Okay. So where do you have an issue?
Where I'm coming. So
Yeah,
you
that means
come.
that please be fast. Okay.
So, so this. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So at this point now. So this preview now, like I'll come to this preview side. See, this is what it's showing me.
Why is it
Can you hear me?
why is it showing like this? It's supposed to be side by side.
Definitely.
Let me see what you have. Let me see what you have on your VS Code. Let me see what you have on your VS Code.
Okay.
Let me see what you have on your VS Code. Please be fast. Yeah, thank you.
Can you see it?
Let me see your browser. Let me see your browser. Let me see the
My
output of your VS
browser.
Code. Can't you just share your entire screen so that
Can
we
you see
don't keep?
my
I can't see your. You are just sharing VS code alone. You're sharing a particular screen. Can you share your entire screen so you don't have to be going back and forth on sharing?
Okay. I'm trying. What actually I'm doing is that, like, I'm trying to navigate the
Wait, once you click
Zoom
on
on
your share
my.
button, you will see at the top part, share entire screen. You will see share entire screen. Just click on share entire screen and click
Though,
on share.
though actually I'm using two systems, so
Oh,
like it's now giving me that headache of.
oh. So just no problem. Can I see what you have on your browser? And just go to your browser since you have opened it on your browser. Is it opened on your browser?
Yes, can you see my browser now?
Yeah, I can see your browser.
Mm.
Mm, da, 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 da. So which one is this tab? Which tab is it? Okay, let's see this.
So this is it. Ah, this thing has scattered. So this one, this is actually here. If I can correct them, but this is what I actually created.
Okay, let's go to your code. Let's go to your code sandbox then. Go to your code sandbox.
Good, let me go.
Okay, let's open your CSS. Which where are you styling your form?
This is it. The sign up form.
Can you see you are giving it the flex direction of column? You are giving it the flex direction of column on line 111. Line 111.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just remove that flex direction of column. Remove it. Or yeah, save it. Refresh your browser.
See what it's giving me.
I'm coming. Oh, I now see what you are doing here. I'm coming just a second. Let me see your let me see your let me see your HTML. You have a container. On line 11, can you close your this thing? Can you close where is that? You up your image because what I can see here is that you have everything inside one box. You have everything inside one box. You have everything inside one box. That's Go to your VS Code. Go to your CSS. You can see that your dot sign up. Wait, go up a bit. Go up a bit. Why are you can now see you're not doing. You have some things that are entirely wrong in your code here now. You have on line 103, you have a dot sign up slash form. A dot sign up form. You're giving it a gap of 10 pixels. You're on 107, you have a sign up form. Giving it flex grow one. Can you have everything that relates to a particular thing inside just one tag? Go up a bit. Let me see the top of your code. Just go up a bit. Go up a bit. Go up a bit. Go up a bit. Wait. Just chill. Just chill. Wait. Logo. Flex end. Just just keep scrolling up. Just keep scrolling up. Just wait. That's too much. That's too much. Why is your container flex? Okay, your container is what hold everything together, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can see that. Okay, scroll down a bit.
Down or up.
Up. Scroll up a bit. Oh, scroll down rather. Scroll down. Scroll down. Sorry. Scroll down. Your logo container. Okay. Your logo. Okay. Scroll down. Form container. Okay. Your form. You have a flex and you're giving the flex row. Let me see go to your HTML. Go to your HTML. Let me see where this form is. Let me see where this form is. Where's that form? You have a form. Why are you styling the form and you're now styling form group again? You can see that you are having duplicated code already. You are duplicating your styling over and over again. Do you notice that now?
I guess you.
Yeah, so you have to cross-check your styling properly, because this is a styling issue. This is actually a styling issue. Can you do something? Go to
Okay.
you said it is the same thing you have on your VS Code that you have right here, right?
Like the code?
Yes.
Yes, like the same code.
Okay. Just copy and go to your CSS. Go to your CSS. Do a Control Z so that we can go back to what we have initially. Do a Control Z. Do a Control Z. Okay. Save it. Save it. Refresh your browser. Refresh the browser. Let's see. Your images is not
I've done that.
your image is not showing. But
Yeah, like I've not
yeah,
imputed the images here. Like I'm still
that's
having
not
issues with it.
that's let's go back to where your form is. Let's focus on the form. Let's focus
The
on
for the
the
index, I mean.
Yeah, let's go to the index. You have a form. You have a form. Let me see what you have. Let me see the style you're giving your form. Go to your this thing. Your form. Where's the form?
This is fun.
You have a form direction, row. Which one is this form container again? Where is form container coming from? Where's form container coming from? Where's form container coming from? Just do a control F. Do a control F on your system and type form container. Do a control F. Form container. You can see there's no results for form container. Go back to your CSS. Comment it out. Your form. Comment that one out also. Save it. Let's see. You
Should
have
I
an issue.
save it?
You have an issue with your closing tag. You have your flex wrap. You are commenting out your flex. That flex wrap input that is in it that you are commenting out. Can you remove it? Yeah, comment out that your form. Let's see. Save it. Refresh. Okay. Your form. Your form group. Your form group. Remove the form. Remove that flex direction column you are giving it. Refresh. Mhm. So I see what's going on here now. Let's go back to your HTML. Go back to your HTML. Your first name and your last name. Where are they?
This is the first name.
Yeah, the first name is inside. Is it? Are they in a separate div? Like, okay, now your first name and your last name, they're in a single div where you can use to display them flex.
They're in separate divs.
they're in a separate div. The reason why that's why you're having this issue. If they're in a separate div, your first name and your once you do display flex, once you do a
I'm not gonna hear you.
Guys, let's just hold on a bit, please.
uh, can you make your first name and your last name be in a single div?
Okay, the same div.
Yeah, let them be in the same div, and you give that div that is holding both of them a display flex so that they can be side by side.
Okay. First name and last name.
Yeah. That means your first name and your last name are going to be in a single div. Your email and gender are going to be in a single div. Your confirm password, your password and confirm password are going to be in a single div. Your educational level and experience level are going to be in a single div. So that div you are going to give, let everything have the same class name. You can just give it you can give the div that is holding the first name and the last name a name, and everything has to be equal. So once everything are equal, so once you just style that particular one, it does what? Everything are in a single div. Once you give that particular one a what's the name? A div, a display flex rather, everything inside is displayed flex. So now your label and your output, your label and your input field have to be in a div also.
Label and input field must be inside a div.
Wait, have you done the first one? Have you put your first name and your last name inside a div?
Yes, inside the same div.
Yeah, inside a single div. What's the name
Yes,
of
I
that? What's
did.
the name? What name what class name did you give that div?
Name.
Name.
Yes.
Okay, go to your CSS. Go to your CSS and style that name as display flex. So check it out. Refresh it. You can see now.
Okay.
You can see both of them are now going to be side by side. So what you're now going to do now is go to your HTML. Now, your label, wait, go back up. Don't scroll down so much. Your label for your first
Okay.
name, the label for your first name and your last name, they have to be in a div. They have to be in a
Separate div.
div. No, the label and the first name and the input field have to be in the same div.
Is it
Do you get?
is it for like different from the general div
Different
for
from the name
on the
div that you
first
have
name?
given it. Different from the
Okay.
name div you have given it.
So the label and the input of the first name now must be
Yes,
in
have
the
to
div.
be in a yeah, have to be in a div. Why you're having this error is because is your naming convention, the way you're actually styling your stuff. That is why your folder, your your structure. That is why this is actually happening. So you have to be careful. That's why I said that sometimes, if you can remember, I said something in the last class, in the first class, that you might have something that works on your local machine. You can have something that works on your local machine, but when you push it to production, it's not going to work. So just give it a class name, and you can just call it F name or something. You can just call it F name. You can't call it name again. So your styles are not going to conflict. Now go to your CSS, save it and go to your CSS. No, don't give it first name, just F name, something short. Something short. F name. Just go to your CSS, style your F name, give it a flex.
Display.
Yeah, display flex and flex direction column. Flex direction column. Yeah, save it. Refresh your screen. You can see. This is what you have. So just do that for everything you have, and you have your perfect design back again. So, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, who is the next person? Victoria, go ahead. Victoria Akpan.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So I want to. I'm having issue with.
Yeah, Victoria Akpan, go ahead. Victoria Akpan, go ahead. Victoria Akpan, go ahead. Unmute your mic and speak.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So I'm having issue. Let me share. This my work. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, definitely I can see your screen.
I'm having issue with the width and the height, cause I use the same width on the Figma, but mine is looking big.
Yeah, it's going to look big simply because you can't compare the width of Figma. Your screen sizes are
Oh,
different.
fuck shit.
Victoria, you don't use those kind of harsh word while you are on a live class like this.
So
Victoria,
what did? So I didn't
you
get
don't
you.
I said you don't use the F word on in a public space like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't use any F word.
Oh, maybe it's just a slip of tongue. You actually did.
Did I? I can't
Yeah,
seem to.
that's yeah, no problem. That's fine.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. So just now, the thing is, you are using. I think the design of Figma, the width is 1,400, right? 1,400
Yeah.
pixels.
Now 1124 pixel.
1124. So
Uh,
now, according to there are different kind of screen size. The screen size of a mobile phone is different from the screen size of
uh of a system. Yeah.
a system. So even 112 might be a size of a system, while your own screen is actually smaller. So the best thing you can actually do, which is just give it a view height of 100 view each. That means what it's going to do is it's going to take over it's just going to be on your view height. Is the height of your screen, that is what it's going to take. Do you understand that?
So I'm giving the view height of
100 view each.
okay. And secondly, it's all about the width and the height that I'm actually having issue, because a lot of the width on Figma is not corresponding to
Yeah,
my.
the reason for that is simply just that you are working on a smaller device, which is different from the width of Figma. Probably your
I'm
screen size.
I'm actually using a system.
Well,
So
My system is a Mac, and the screen size of my system is actually different from my Windows system.
Okay.
So I think my Windows system is 11140. My Mac system is 11120. So they are both systems, but they are of different sizes. So by the time we get into responsive design, which is something we are going to do in the next class on Wednesday, you would understand the different screen sizes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So
Thank you,
make
sir.
sure the correction I just made for someone now about the div, your structure, you can see
Yeah.
that you have to work on
Yeah.
that.
Yes, sir. The label. I gave the label. Sorry. I gave the label a display block.
Instead of why giving it display block, just put both of them inside a div and use a flex direction. A flex direction, give it a flex. I'm telling you the way I do things. I don't want to start doing so many things of display flex,
Okay, sir.
display block, and the likes. Please, can you stop your phone from ringing? Can you silence
Oh,
it?
sorry, sir.
Yeah. So you, instead of you trying to do a display block, a display, and trying to manipulate some kind of things,
Okay.
just give it a flex. Just use a flex, and once you have given it a flex, everything it becomes more easier. That is why flex and grid came into the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did I set the label and the last name? They are all together in one div.
That is for your what's the name, group, your form group, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now have another div that is going to hold your first name and the
And
input field for it. Have a div for that.
okay, sir.
Yeah, Samuel
Okay.
is going to. You can see now that she has just a form group. If you can look at her code, you can see she has a form group, which is on line 24, and she's giving it a
Yeah.
display flex. So everything inside that div is going to be side by side. But if it is separate, like okay, now there's a div outside it. There's a separate div from that is holding the first name, which contains the label and the input.
Hello,
It's
sir.
actually going to work. So it's a folder structure.
Sorry, sir. I went to check someone.
So do you
Yeah,
understand?
informer came. He said he's working on it. He's responding.
Victoria, I can you are you with us? Yeah, that's one thing. Victoria, if you are with us, you can unmute and speak. That is one thing. Your structure, your HTML structure matter most. Is very, very important when you want to work with CSS. Mute. You can't you stayed muted, Victoria. Kindly unmute. Unmute here. Click on unmute, Victoria. Oh, okay. You dropped off. Yeah, so Josephine, go ahead. Yeah, Josephine, you are kind of far away from your microphone. You're far away.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. Go ahead.
I just wanted to the I was in intermediate before, then
Okay.
I didn't pass the cutoff, so they brought me back to beginner. But I noticed that I've not completed all the task. So I don't know because I'm saying that this task, this one, I don't know where they are. I'm trying to I want to know what is happening. That's why I said let me raise my hand to ask. I don't know
Okay.
whether please.
Okay. If you were just coming to the in beginner class, you are welcome on board. We are very happy to have you. Yeah. So the thing is, you should the tax, if you tax, you should have done the grid tax, which should have promoted you to level 1. You can check your tax on your LMS dashboard. Once you have done a tax, I think this is stage 3 tax. This is the top tax which they are carrying out. So by the time you complete out your 2 taxes, then you would be at this point. And it's something you can do since you have an idea of everything. You can always meet us at your speed. Josephine, do you understand now, Josephine?
Okay, I understand now. Then I
So
noticed that for the grading, I noticed that the first task I did, I got 75 over 100. Like, can I, because when you fail, it's good you get feedback. How do I know that, okay, this is what I did not do right, this is what I did wrong? How do I get to know that?
okay, I might not be the one to. One thing is, if you have an issue, if there is one thing I have always done in the beginner classes, I don't give feedback directly on the channel, but there are some times that someone reach out to me and I give them feedback. Okay, Ike, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, Josephine. So I just want to confirm before I respond. You moved from what was it called? Intermediate to the front end, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you were moved to the front end. Have you done any task in this on this front end, since you were moved?
I've done just the grid task and the one that they said a letter to a friend. I did that one yesterday. So this morning when I now saw another task again. So I don't know if it's this one, but I want to know, let me know what I'm doing. Then I now
So,
noticed that on the one I submitted yesterday, they gave me 75 over 100. So
okay,
I'm not like, okay, what did I do wrong? How do I know, how do I go about to know that, oh, this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong, so I will not make the mistake again for the next task.
okay. So, well, someone has actually responded on the chat. One of the things I've been saying this, and I don't know. I guess I'll just have to keep on saying it. Number one, late submission. No matter what you do, if you like code heaven and earth, why you scored that. Now, as far as feedbacks go, right? I believe our Kimball actually does, he actually does that. That's why we're having this session like this, right? So first of all, try to always make sure that you submit your tasks on time, right? And then, if you actually get, let's say, a score that maybe you feel could be much better, you can actually just ask on the channel. It's not a big deal, right? You guys are up, like you guys are over 100 and something, right? So if we were to do the grading such that we give feedback, do that immediately, almost immediately, I think grading would take a much longer time. So sometimes he has to just grade everything first and foremost, right? To be sure that everybody is moved, okay, before getting to the points of feedback, which as you can see, this class is actually even one way to get feedback. And he also drops this. So if for some reason you require feedback, right? Yeah, you can just ask that on your track channel, okay? And please, before you ask for feedback, I want you guys to learn to be independent, learn to solve, learn to research, learn to solve your problems. I see a lot of questions on your channel, which I do not expect to see. In fact, worst of all is somebody coming online after being MIA and a response has been given to something. Just all you have to do is just scroll up a bit, right? But people are just too lazy. They come online and they just open their mouth and drop whatever it is that is in their head. They don't want to know, okay, fine, what have I missed out on? And then you scroll up to find out the information you have missed, what has happened, right? So these are more generic comments to each and every one of you. Because the thing I'm saying about images here, I think it has been addressed like not once or twice on the channel. People have dropped a lot of solutions, but I'm still hearing somebody asking again. Somebody still even dropping, I'm having issue with image. If five solutions have been dropped and you have not done any one, or maybe you did is not working, then maybe you're the problem. Maybe somewhere, somehow, your village people have, they know you're in KodeCamp. Maybe you were trying to hide it, but now they finally know you're in KodeCamp. So let's become independent. Let's learn to research. Let's learn to solve problems. Don't just do your task haphazardly. See, there are certain tasks I grade. I will never give you a feedback. because I see certain things that are done, and I just know that this person did it shabbishly, with no regard for excellence, with no regard for paying attention to instructions. So since you want to behave that way, I will just allow you to, continue. There are certain persons you actually see their submissions, and you know that, okay, this person, okay, though this is actually a mistake. You actually know that you can actually make that mistake by maybe leaving this out, forgetting this and stuff like that. But there are certain submissions you see, right? And I will not just give you a feedback, because you're just showing me that you don't pay attention to instructions, you don't understand the meaning of excellence, and it's not. I'll allow you to just continue that route, since that is what you love doing, right? But people who want to grow, it will show in what you do. So every one of you is the same thing your trainer has been saying, right? Learn to pay attention to details. When a task is given, understand the task. That's the very first thing you should do. If you do not understand the task, don't attempt it. Don't attempt what you don't understand. Understand it first, then attempt it. Because a lot of you, you're banking on the whole, maybe when I submit, let me just submit first. They'll trainer will train me, he will grade me, and then maybe when I make mistake, he'll correct me. And then, by the way, just so you know, these things, right, these delays, okay, I'll kind of make it a more generic announcement. Some of these delays you guys are actually, playing around with, just so you know it. When you get to the final stage, which is stage 8, anybody who doesn't get into stage 8 as at the time due, you are not actually going to be a finalist, and you are not qualified for certification. In the finalist, the final task that will move you to stage 8, there is no feedback, there is no regrading. So there is no, you made a mistake, correct it so that I will make you a finalist. No. So let me, maybe I know I've said this before. I'll resound it. The fact that I'll do like a design and post it on the announcement channel so that you can probably use it as your wallpaper, and it will be a reminder. The last task, which is going to be your final task that will qualify you for certification, there will be no, regrading or correction, such that when you correct it, they will now remark you and then promote you. That's not going to be done. So please take note of these things, right? And good luck. Thank you very much. Akim, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, IK. So, Genevieve, go ahead. Genevieve, can you unmute and speak? Oh, Genevieve is not there. Yeah, Hillary, go ahead.
Okay, sir. So it seems there are different ways to actually achieve the task, because you are turning to different people different ways.
Yes, there is no one straightforward way to achieve something in programming. I can tell you that. I can do this, I can do it. There are different multiple ways to achieve a single task. That is why I'm not restricting myself to one particular way. You have to do this way to achieve it. No. I allow you do it in a different way. Okay, do your different way. Now come to me. They will now sort out. We'll now see there's no one single approach to things. So just pay attention to that, Hillary. I won't tell you this is the particular way you go. In CodeCamp, we don't do that. We don't do that in CodeCamp. We want you yourself to pick your own personal coding style. So in the way I teach and the way I give every other thing, you can always pick one or two things. Okay, you now create your own personal way of doing stuff. So that's just it, Hillary. Yeah. Genevieve, are you there? Oh, Genevieve is not still there. Yeah, Bankole Oluwatosin, go ahead, please. Bankole. Bankole, if you are speaking, I can't hear you. Bankole, if you are speaking, I can't hear you. Francisca, go ahead. Francisca, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Francisca.
Okay, I heard something from what Mr. Ike said he mentioned about if we submit today, like after this call, we cannot get above 75.
Yes,
Okay.
one reason is because today is the deadline, right?
Yes, by 11:59 p.m.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, so just to add to that, apart from deadline, I think it's like the task was now even a topic of this thing, correction. So of course, there are people that you have been given. I wouldn't really use the word exposure.
don't
That's not
worry,
really the word.
just submit
So,
for some people, and you now want to submit.
Sir, I did not get you. Hello, sir.
yeah, Francisca, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, I think your trainer's network is a bit not consistent now. Okay, so what exactly is your question? Let me respond.
Because if my question is, since it's not yet overdue, I don't know if everybody, because we are part of this, okay, correction, or will I say help, then we should all be given less than 75 or 75 at the dot.
So don't you think that the task has to a great way, to a very great extent, don't you think that your task has actually just been the essence of a task is to test your knowledge, right? So if on a call we now get to kind of use that same task as a means of explaining stuff and all those stuff, don't you think you've actually kind of just opened it up for people? So
But
can I really now trust? Hold on, can I really now trust that? Let's say not you, maybe anybody. Can I really trust that the next submission, the submissions I'm going to see, the image that is being placed, can I really trust that the person actually did it his or herself, was able to figure it out, or it was as a result of the class? That's why.
okay, that also counts too.
Mm.
Okay.
Do you understand? I know it sounds a bit. I know, I understand, but well, we have to do what we have to do, right? The goal for me is to make sure that you guys are confident people, right? So if marks mean anything to you, then well, make sure that you're able to figure things out, right? It's just that, well, that's by the way. So I hope that doesn't discomfort you a bit, right? So maybe Akimbola might temper justice with mercy, but that's actually the rule, right? Especially when it comes to, well, the rule basically is for late submissions. This one has to do with the fact that because what we were supposed to do, or what he was supposed to do, was more like kind of do a refresher on CSS grids, right? But it turns out you guys had to now attend to the task that was given. So if solutions are now being done on class, to me, that's no longer a task. To me, personally, to me, the task is null and void, right? So I would actually now know how good you are, or how you're able to retain stuff by giving you another design to implement. And then if you're able to implement that based on the knowledge you have, a different kind of design, right? Then I can now say, okay, fine. Yeah, this person actually, has it figured out. So yeah. But till then, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Just focus. The major thing I want each and every one of you to focus on the two things. Give out the best the very first time and do it early. Okay? Good luck.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, all right.
Sorry, good
Thank you.
morning, sir.
Yeah, Genevieve, go ahead. Genevieve, go ahead. Your network is breaking, Genevieve. I can
Yes,
barely
sir.
hear you. Yeah, I can hear you clearly now,
Okay,
Genevieve.
it's still concerning the assignment.
Okay. Hey, we can
Previous
barely hear you,
ones we
Genevieve.
did. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sir, concerning the assignment that we did, maybe my network is very bad. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay, maybe I ask my question on this call because there's not much network channels.
All
Okay,
right, no
concerning the
problem.
assignment we did, first one, 4, 8, and I scored 7. So I don't know if you can help us at the point out of it.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Genevieve. Just ask your question on the Discord channel and I would answer that. Caleb, can you go ahead?
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, good morning.
Yeah, sir, I thank you very much. I just checked my dashboard and I found out the tax 3 is not seen. Then I've been
Oh,
having difficulty to do the tax 3.
well,
Now,
you can always figure that out. That's why it's a tax.
okay, sir. So can I carry on because I heard that today is the last day.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead and submit. You can always
Okay,
submit.
Akibobola, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear
Let
you.
me let me be a good guy for just once. I, once in the after this, I'm no longer going to be a good guy. So extend the submissions to Sunday, please.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I will
extend it
be
to Sunday, please. Yeah, thank you.
okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
All
you,
right.
Thanks
sir.
so
Thank you.
much, sir.
IK is in a
So,
good mood. I don't know who gave IK pizza. IK is in a good mood. So, uh, IK said we should extend the submission to Sunday. I will not be lenient next time. So it is what it is.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Bankole, Bankole, go ahead. Your hand is raised.
Morning, sir.
Yeah.
Can
Good
you hear me,
morning.
sir?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
I
you
think
clearly.
having problems with my LMS. I can't even see my previous tasks, not even the new one.
Oh, what?
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know if
Wait.
I can share my screen.
That's either two things. One thing I've noticed with that is because most times people don't log out from their LMS. So what they just do is they just they just um abandon the tab, like they just leave the tab, and the next thing they do is they just go to that place instead of trying to log out, instead of trying to log in again. There is an authentication system going on that if you are not logged in, you won't be able to see some things.
Oh,
So the best people have made mention on that on the Slack on the Discord channel. You have to log out and log in again, then you will see it.
oh,
So once you
thank
log
you.
out and log in again, you will definitely see your tax. Is that you're not logged in. It's just the memory that you have as a programmer. You as you go on, you understand it. There's something
Oh,
they probably in your cache or so. The memory of what you have done before is still saved there. So once you just open that tab, you just focus that memory instead of you logging in again. So just log out and log in again. You will definitely see your tax. I
thank you,
think I'm.
sir.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
welcome. And
Akibobola, sorry, since this is about LMS, right? I
yeah,
just need to be. Can you let us still share her screen? Let me observe it, right?
okay,
So yeah, share your screen. Let me observe. Let me observe it, right? Since this is an LMS issue, so that it's also kind of a way to get feedback, right? And okay, so okay, could not validate credentials. Okay, so log out, right?
Okay.
Log out and log in. Let's just your password and everything is saved now. So
Oh,
top right, top right, top right, top right.
top right
okay.
where you have this 00, where you have your name with a kind of arrow down, not there. Come to the right, you're on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just click on that. Log out. Just click on log out.
I'm trying to shoot. Okay.
Now log in again.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so that's actually the issue. You just have to log in. Log
Thank
out.
you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, so IK, I think you have seen it.
Yeah, I think that actually that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. It's the memory stuff, is the cache that is saving the stuff. That's why. Yeah, so Adilaja, go ahead. Yeah. Adilaja, go ahead.
Sorry, sir, it's a mistake, you. Sorry,
All right, no
please.
problem. Yeah, Paul, go ahead. Paul, go ahead.
Okay, yes, I heard Boss Ike say extending the dates for submission. But that was surprisingly surprised, but that's aside. You said people that submit today, irrespective of how well they do, they're going to get like 75. So how about this extension now that we need? Is there going to be anything to rectify?
Don't
Like,
worry.
is there going to be?
Don't worry about that. Let me figure that out myself.
Okay.
If you do exceptionally well, don't worry. One thing I should just Ike has said it, but I'll just reiterate it. Code camp is not actually after the grade actually. You might is programming, you can always do copy and paste from somewhere. You can always do your extensive searching and see the solution to a task somewhere. But do you really understand it? Code camp is not university that we give first class, second class, third class. No. If you now certificate, let me use that word. Now certificates, that's what we are after, not certificates. If after everything, after CodeCamp 1.0, and you can get on projects and you are doing well, then the tax, I can actually see it. Some of my tax when I was in CodeCamp 1.0, I didn't have 90, I didn't have 100. So just be good at what you do and forget grade, to be honest. Paul, did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Does anyone still have any question? Does anyone still have any question? If we don't have any question, think I think we are all good then. Should I assume we are all good? So I know that in our next class we are going into something different. Uh Ola Toye, go ahead and speak.
About that the background image for the code, the picture on the task that I said you talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I've talked about it already. I've talked about it.
Okay, then like I was not around that. I guess I'll go and check YouTube
Yeah,
later.
there was someone that had that kind of issue and I've pointed it out already. I think it was Damilola. I think it was Damilola. Damilola, you can always share the knowledge I shared with you. You can always share it
All
with.
right. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, sir.
you're welcome. Yes, Sirat, go ahead. What's your question? Yes, Sirat, go ahead. Oh, okay. There's no question from Yesirat. Yeah, Victoria Apan, can you unmute and speak?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So it's about the grid class we had the last time.
Okay.
You said you drop a file for the design.
Oh,
But
okay. I would do that. I'll do that. The reason why I didn't drop that was because I don't want you guys to be carried away. There are some people that are yet to finish up with their tasks and now dropping another design and it's going to cause confusion. So
okay,
I
sir.
didn't want to do that. So that's why it was just my reservation on not doing that.
Okay,
But
sir.
I would still drop it. There's no
Okay, sir.
problem. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And don't worry, you guys just have it at the back of your mind that for for working with grid alone, I'm going to drop a tax. It's not a promotional tax, but it's just for you to understand grid better. So after Sunday, once the deadline is over, I'll drop that tax. But note, it's not a promotion tax. Just for you to put you on your toes. Yeah, Josephine, go ahead. Josephine, go ahead.
So I want to ask, is there a course outline like before we come to the class? Do we have what we know? Are we going to know what we're going to do in the next class, or we just wait when we come to class? Whatever that is taught, we'll just follow. Because I would have loved to, if I know beforehand, I can read. Then if I have questions, I'll come and ask. That's what I
Okay.
wanted to.
I've always done it in the class. If you wait towards the end of the class, I do mention what I'll teach in the next class. For today's class, I think I didn't mention it. I was supposed to take responsive design, but when I saw the confusion on the channel and all, I just decided that it would be a disservice to just jump into a new topic when there's still confusion from the last class. So, and that's not how KodeCamp runs. KodeCamp wants you to understand every concept that is being taught before 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 moving to the next one, because everything is as I mentioned in the first class, everything is a building block to one another. If you don't understand when you're jumping to another, you'll just be confused. So that's it. I made mention of it in the last class. So just for an ahead, just to be ahead, in the next class we'll be talking about responsive design. So just have that at the back of your mind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think I've answered your question. You're welcome. Yeah. Who else has any other question before we call it a day? If you still have a question, please kindly unmute and speak before we call it a day. Please. Okay. Yeah, there's no question then. Yeah, Hillary, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm disturbing, but I have to understand.
You are not disturbing, Hillary. Let me correct that. You are not disturbing. You are yet to learn. So we have to give you the best. So you are not disturbing. Go ahead with your question.
So I actually want to rewrite my code again using that format you said. Put the first name and the last name in a single def, and so how will I extend that last one that the input is large?
There's something about text area. You can increase the height and the width of the text area.
I will use text area, not normal text.
Instead of don't use input field. That was one thing you should understand. That last box that is there is not an input, it's a text area. So by using a text area, you have to expand the height and the width. You can give it an height of, let me just say 10 or 12. You can give it an height of 10 and a width of 20. So it becomes like that. So that's just it.
Okay, so I don't know on your DM, but you don't used to respond.
What did you say?
You write on your DM, but you don't respond most time.
Well, I'm not. You're not the only one that sent messages to my DM. So almost everybody in KodeCamp in FrontEnd are sending DMs to me, and it's quite difficult for me to begin to attend to them one after the other. So that's why it's preferably for quick response. Just drop a message on the chat box and tag me to it. I will always respond. Ike, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So concerning that, right? Let me the person that said that, assuming you had 50 persons on your DM, and those 50 persons, out of those 50 persons, 25 persons are asking you about one particular thing. Now imagine having to answer one thing 25 times, right? I have said this before. Don't send your trainer a DM concerning a task or something you don't understand about the task or something that was taught, right? Do that on the track channel. You're also helping somebody else who probably doesn't understand that to actually gain understanding of it. Also, the DM thing. Some of you even come to send me message. Yeah, I know a few front-end business that come to send me message, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? If you trust me, don't want me to go and grade you, because if I go there to grade you, you will fail. You will fail seriously, because Ademola knows why you fail. So make sure your questions, right? When you have questions concerning your task, concerning what was taught or something you don't understand, drop it on the channel. Interestingly, there are people on there, your fellow colleagues on the channel that can even answer, and that will help your trainer to breathe. Don't bombard your trainer. In fact, I think I'll tell all of them to stop responding to DMs. I'll tell all the trainers and mentors to stop responding to what DM. Everybody go to your track channel so that other persons can also learn. Your trainer doesn't have to answer one thing 50 times, 25 times, 10 times. That's not a very good use of time, right? That's not a very good use of their time. So let's all take note about concerning that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. James, can you go ahead? James, unmute and speak, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good.
It's not really a question. I am hardly here, but I have always been following on the YouTube. I just want to compliment you. You are
Yeah, please. James, that's noted. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Please, does anyone have any question before we make it a day? We just wrap it up here. So everyone can get back to their tasks and we meet up with deadline on Sunday. All right, that's fine then. There is no question. Yeah, and concerning the tax, don't worry. As I said, after Sunday, probably 12 a.m. on Monday morning, I'll drop the tax. Since the previous tax has ended at 11:59, Monday morning 12 a.m. I'll just drop the tax on the track channel. So, but have it at the back of your mind. It's not a promotional tax. It's just for knowledge sake. So, thank you very much for attending to this class, and do have a lovely day ahead.